Yes.
Austin, I'm sure the answer to this is yes, but have you all initiated anything with Twitter?
With Twitter, yes. Yeah, we definitely have. We just started up the national Twitter page. We got criticized for a while because we didn't start it up, but the reason that we didn't start doing Twittering is because, well, the reason is because that I thought there was a chance that that technology would go away. Because you have to, when you sink time and resources into technology, you want to make sure that it's something that's going to be, useful in the future, 5, 10 years down the line. And it does appear that that technology has staying power. So from now on, LP National will be using Twitter. Thomas McCabe is my new affiliate coordinator. He's a really smart guy. His responsibilities are to address the difficulties facing our states, address your problems, and work with you to lay out a plan of action for increased communication and deployment of activists to events. So if you're looking to get more involved, if you need information from National, Thomas McCabe is going to be your point man, so that you're going to want to get in touch with him. He's going to be monitoring all of your events and contacting every single person within a certain zip code, a certain radius of an event, whether it be a candidate or whether it be an activist, and point them all in the right direction. So now, for example, there's a big Warped tour. It's a huge concert that's going on all across the United States. There's 80 different concerts, okay? Last year they contacted us and said, hey Austin, we've got Van's Warped Tour, and it's, you can have the booth for free at every single event and do outreach. And I couldn't do it because I didn't have the resources and I didn't have the knowledge and I didn't have the know-how. Now, using these kinds of tools, we now have the resources, the knowledge, the know-how. Thomas McCabe is working with Ian to deploy activists to absolutely every single event. And I want to make it that, if we can't be at every single event, that if somebody contacts us about something, that we can be at almost every single one of them. I want us out in the streets. I want us at every single thing that we could possibly be at. And the only reason I think we're not is not because we don't have enough libertarians, because we do have a lot of libertarians coming into the office. It's only that the activists don't know. It's only that we're not communicating effectively. A lot of the older generation doesn't know how to use some of these platforms, but I'm telling you, we got thousands of young people that do. And using technologies like this, we can get organized, we can get coordinated, and it doesn't require necessarily a centralized, bureaucracy to take care of it. We'll give you the platforms and the tools. All you got to do is make use of it, and it's at your leisure. So that's what Thomas is going to be doing to make sure that we increase activism and that people are getting deployed to events. Allison Drutman, she is a law student from Atlanta's John Marshall Law School, and she is going to be moving to Washington, D.C. this summer at her own expense to work in the office next to me. And her job is going to be researching ballot access laws, providing assistance to libertarian organizations that need research performed by a skilled intern. So what does that mean? That means if Missouri is getting ready to pass a law to criminalize gay marriage or something like that, or to make it, illegal. And, you need somebody who understands the law. Well, I can't give you a full-blown lawyer, but I can give you somebody who's a great resource who can help you fight that legislation, whose job can be specifically tasked to either helping you write the legislation or doing whatever it takes to fight these bad laws. So, she's also going to be studying law, assisting me in research, and doing informed blogging on responses to libertarian issues. She'll be starting this summer, and for her, she sought us out and has aggressively been courting me, trying to get me on the phone. So I think that she's going to be fantastic. Her goals that she's told me was that in the future that she wants to be a libertarian lawyer, and there's a lot of organizations that would love to have someone like that. So I'm planning on grooming her to make sure that she is loyal to the party, so that in the future we have a good resource of someone that's on our side. Catherine Sumner, Kat Sumner, she's from Louisiana. She now lives outside of DC, and she comes in on Mondays, and she is my LGBT policy advisor, which, if you don't know what that stands for, it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual. And she is basically coordinating outreach at 3 major left-of-center events for the Libertarian Party. We got criticized a lot for the membership because we were only doing outreach to conservative organizations, and we do draw from the left as much as the right. So in order to address that criticism, I brought Kat Sumner on with the specific goal of reaching out to LGBT organizations, reaching out to left-of-center organizations. We now have a booth booked at the Equality Forum in Philadelphia. So we're going to have a booth there. We also have a booth coming up at Capitol Pride in DC, and I'll be going to New York for NYC Pride because the gays got a lot of money. And I'm sure that they're going to be very interested in a political party that respects them and says to them that it's not the government's business who gets married. And I think that that message is going to sell very well. So just overarching, the idea that I'm trying to give you with this is that if you bring people in and give them these specific tasks and responsibilities, that you can be successful as one person. Yes?
The outreach you've done so far with the LGBT community, are you finding any resistance there, suspicion?
No, I mean, I worked in musical theater in New York, and a lot of my friends are LGBTs, and whenever I talk to them about my politics and stuff, if most of them, they usually don't know about politics, so they just think Democrat because it's the automatic fallback. But the Democrats don't take care of their rights. They don't fight for their civil liberties, like what is Obama doing to fight for their rights, So showing the Libertarian Party as the premier political party for LGBTs who want equal rights or advancing civil rights in this country, I think is going to be very successful for us. Because I think that the point is that they just don't know who we are. But bringing on skilled people like Kat Sumner and bringing on skilled people on a local level who can perform these same functions can help make you more successful.
So that's kind of a pet project of mine in Southwest Missouri.
Absolutely.
And so in my doing that, I'll be able to give you information as far as, hey, this is what we're doing here. And
absolutely, yeah. I can put you in touch with Kat Sumner. She can tell you about the tactics that she's using. For example, Mayor Gavin Newsom is going to be headlining the Equality Forum. So Kat Sumner has, no fear. She calls Gavin Newsom's office, and she is hounding him so that when we're there at the Equality Forum, that we get an audience with the mayor. And I don't care, I don't care if they don't like us. They're going to listen to us because we're going to aggressively court these people in a charming way, while not violating the non-aggression principle. Exactly. Also, I have a new intern starting this summer. Her name is Karina Zanat. And she's going to be my immigration research assistant because she's from India and she hates our immigration policies. She's not a libertarian, but she wants to learn about the Libertarian Party. Her boyfriend is Ian, and she really wants to know more about us. So this is what I'm going to have Karina do. Before she starts doing any kind of policy advising or really doing anything hard-hitting, this is something I do with a lot of my interns.